Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the media world lately, Magnum Media's big move to expand its Wisconsin footprint. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me hit you with this. What does it really mean when a media company starts snapping up radio stations like they're collecting trading cards? Personally, I think this isn't just about growing a portfolio, it's about controlling the narrative in a region. And Wisconsin, with its rich broadcasting history, is a fascinating battleground for this kind of expansion. So, here's the deal, Magnum Media, through its subsidiary Magnum Communications, is acquiring 3 more stations, WCOW-FM, WKLJ-AM, the W271CM, and WFBZ-FM from Sparta-Tomah Broadcasting. On the surface, it's a straightforward business transaction. But what makes this really interesting is the context. Magnum already owns 5 stations in the Crosse market, and with these new additions, they'll have 9. That's a lot of airwaves to control, and it immediately raises questions about FCC local ownership limits. How will they navigate that? In my opinion, this isn't just about numbers, it's about strategy. Magnum is positioning itself as a dominant player in Wisconsin's media landscape, and that's a big deal. Now, let's talk about the stations themselves. WCOW, or WCOW 97, is celebrating its 75th anniversary this year. That's not just a radio station, it's a piece of Wisconsin's cultural history. Its Ben and Arnie morning show even snagged the Country Music Association's Small Market Personalities of the Year award last year. What many people don't realize is that these local stations are more than just music and talk, they're community pillars. When Magnum takes over, will they preserve that legacy, or will it become just another number in their portfolio? That's a question worth asking. From my perspective, the personal angle here is what makes this story stand out. Reed Magnum, the company president, shared that his dad's first ever visit to a radio station was WCOW when he was just 4 years old. His uncle was an announcer there back in 1967. If you take a step back and think about it, this acquisition isn't just a business move, it's a full-circle moment for the Magnum family. It's like they're reclaiming a piece of their history. A detail I find fascinating is how deeply intertwined media ownership can be with personal narratives. It's not just about profit, it's about legacy. But let's zoom out for a second. Magnum Media now operates 44 stations across Wisconsin, eastern Minnesota, and northern Illinois. That's a massive reach. What this really suggests is that local media is still a powerful tool, even in the age of streaming and digital platforms. Radio, in particular, has this unique ability to connect with communities in a way that podcasts and playlists just can't. And Magnum seems to be doubling down on that. One thing that immediately stands out is Sparta-Tomah Broadcasting's exit from the radio business. These stations were their last media holdings. It's almost like passing the torch. But what does this say about the broader industry? Are smaller broadcasters being squeezed out by larger conglomerates? Personally, I think this is part of a bigger trend where consolidation is becoming the norm. Smaller players are either selling out or struggling to compete. This raises a deeper question: what happens to local voices when media giants take over? Magnum has a chance to either amplify those voices or dilute them. In my opinion, how they handle this will define their legacy in Wisconsin. Will they be seen as stewards of local culture, or just another corporate entity? As we wrap this up, I'm left wondering, what's next for Magnum Media? With their growing footprint, will they use their influence to shape public discourse, or will they stick to playing it safe? And more importantly, what does this mean for the listeners? Radio is more than just entertainment, it's a lifeline for many communities. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you excited about Magnum's expansion, or do you see it as a cause for concern? Either way, One thing's for sure, Wisconsin's airwaves are about to get a whole lot more interesting.